disrespectful for Crawford to call you out at 68, say that he can beat you at this weight?
No, you know, everybody wants to fight with me, so it's fine.
That being a biggest fight possible in boxing, is that something you'd actually be interested in?
You know, it's crazy when you asking about that, because you say, your Machado is coming out of the other weight class, and that's it, and he's welterweight, so don't make sense.
Canelo Alvarez, a major name in boxing, recently reacted to Terence Crawford's challenge with a confident declaration in a new video. Canelo boldly stated, "Send me the contract," showing his willingness to face Crawford in the ring. The prospect of this clash between two champions at the peak of their careers has sparked huge excitement among fans, with many considering it one of the most anticipated matchups in boxing history.
But if the fight made sense, why not?
A lot of people have him at #1 pound for pound. You think that's fair to you?
You know, it's a few people there who deserve to be the #1 pound per pound, and it's fine.
Canelo Alvarez, hailing from Guadalajara, Mexico, is a 4-division world champion and the reigning undisputed super middleweight champion. Known for his remarkable power, solid defense, and adaptability, Canelo has triumphed over some of the sport's biggest names, cementing his legacy as one of boxing's all-time greats.
Right now, in your opinion, who's the best fighter in the world?
We can't put Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion, something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford as #1.
Has the Canelo fight, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you're still pursuing it?
Not at all. I think business talk. With the right business come across the table, it happens. I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, so that fight would be good.
Terence Crawford, born in Omaha, Nebraska, is a multi-division world champion, holding titles in lightweight, light welterweight, welterweight, and super welterweight. Renowned for his stance-switching ability, sharp ring intelligence, and knockout power, Crawford recently became the undisputed welterweight champion following his dominant victory over Errol Spence Jr.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. #1, feet. #2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws. And follow for more.
I mean, you fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him, because if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience. He's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you think?
I think it's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Following his recent win, Crawford challenged Canelo, stating his desire to move up to 168 pounds to take him on. In reply, Canelo shared a video saying, "If he really wants to fight, send me the contract." This response made it clear that Canelo is open to the matchup provided the conditions are favorable.
When he fought Canelo and he was like standing right in front of Canelo and Canelo's just whiffing, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing and weave. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Listen, Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out And then going into, what are we, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. Power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference. And that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind as well.
I'll say he is the hardest, for sure. One of the fighters that hit very hard was Angulo. You know, he's a Cuban guy, and he punched very hard too. So I'll say both of them are like the same, but, you know, with Canelo, I was just mentally ready for his shots. You know, I already told myself, I know I'm gonna get hit. I know I'm gonna get hit on my chin, but it's, you know, I gotta bite down on my mouthpiece and push. You know, and look what happened in the 3rd round. I got hit with a left hook. I dropped. We be practicing in camp the whole time, you know, keeping my right hand to my chin. And I wound up just moving, and he connected right on my chin. And you see how I punched my glove. You know, that's like a thing for me when you know, my last time when I got dropped, I was punching my gloves. I'm like, damn, I got hit with a shot. I'm not supposed to be on the floor. But, you know, it comes with boxing. You know, the greats done got dropped, you know, got hurt. But it's about how you come back and respond.
The size difference between the two fighters has generated significant discussion. Canelo competes at 168 pounds, while Crawford has been fighting at 147 and 154 pounds. Canelo has pointed out that weight classes are in place for a reason, emphasizing that moving up in weight presents a major challenge.
All right, we have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around. All right. Crawford, pound for pound, #1. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open. At first it was, hey, I can't go down to 160. I can't do a catch weight of 160. If he wants to fight me, it's gonna be at 168. Plus, I'm not gonna get any credit if I beat a Terence Crawford. It would be like Terence Crawford fighting Tank, moving 2 weight classes up, and I'm not gonna get credit for that. Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up bigger guys. He's a special.
Former world champion Demetrius Andrade has shared his thoughts on the potential matchup, highlighting the significance of size and experience in higher weight classes. While recognizing Crawford's impressive skills, Andrade stressed that taking on a fighter of Canelo's caliber at a heavier weight would present a significant challenge.
Vomiting, it was just tough, man. It was just a tough year, which at the end of the day, I'm a fighter. I believe who I am, the confidence and my skills and talent. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I do. It was just tough. And did it play in the fight? It played in the whole circle, you know, like the communication level, like between me and my dad, just a whole lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That usually is there, wasn't there because of the situation, which is, to me, fine, because I went through with it. I believe in myself, my talent, and whatever happens. But I'm not going to be shy or run away from something because, like, life is going on. But this is my life also, is boxing.
Yeah, what caused, you mentioned your brother was in a coma on the 4th floor, your mom in a coma in the 5th floor. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like sometimes I'm letting a little bit out. It's more like an intimate settings where I can sit down, have an interview, and I feel like I can like tell somebody face to face. Over the phone, it's kind of like, not the proper way I would like to deliver like my message, but yeah, just tough, man. It's just tough. It was just a tough time.
Yeah,
tough time, man. It was a tough time. And then I lost my mom. So.
Yeah, no, I could, I could see it still affects you. I know it comes in waves. All of a sudden, it just crashes on you, and you get like a flood of emotion going through. So my condolences to you on that, Demetrius. I'm sorry to hear about that.
No, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, in terms of the performance, a lot of people were wondering, like, hey, like, well, what's going on here? This is not the Demetrius we're used to seeing in the ring. Others have pointed out like, hey, that's just what happens when a Benavidez fights someone. It overwhelms them. But overall, now looking back at the fight, like, what'd you make of how it played out in your opinion?
I mean, I went in there and just, like I said, like some of the usual way of training or some of the stuff that I'm used to hearing wasn't there because the corner was silent. It was like me and my dad had have like a relationship during that time. Andre Rosario, who was like sort of new to the situation, and then it just was a whole bunch of silence. It wasn't the normal stuff, like the stuff that will keep me reminded, at the same time.
David Benavidez echoed similar sentiments, acknowledging Crawford's technical prowess, but raising concerns about whether his power would carry over to higher weight classes. Benavidez pointed out that stepping up to weight divisions to face Canelo would present a significant challenge for Crawford.
I mean, I can't really say nothing about that. If that's what he wants to do, then that's what he's going to do. Canelo is a man that he does anything he wants to do. I don't think really what people say affects him. But I feel like the people, they want to see David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. It's the biggest fight to make happen, and I feel like I'm the biggest threat to him.
Benavidez emphasized the need to respect weight divisions and gave Canelo the advantage in a potential fight. He noted that moving up to face a seasoned champion like Canelo, particularly at a higher weight, would be an incredibly tough challenge for anyone, including Crawford.
Everybody want to fight Canelo Alvarez.
Payday. I'm the face of boxing.
Crawford wanted a payday, but Crawford didn't do good at 54. When I talk to people, they all tell me you would have knocked him out at 68.
Well, he knows now. He experimented 154, and he knows. Maybe he do in 168 for a big check.
My last thing, Canelo, you just donated $70 million.
Canelo's power and experience in higher weight divisions make him a formidable opponent. His ability to absorb punches, land devastating counterpunches, and move swiftly around the ring solidify his reputation as one of the most well-rounded and feared fighters in boxing today.
Look up the definition of boxing. Please look up the definition of boxing. The martial arts of boxing, and then come back with your opinion. Because boxing is not all about knocking somebody out. Yes, that's part of it. That can happen, but boxing is a sport where you can outpoint somebody too. That's why they go to the scorecard.
I appreciate that take, bro. That's real educated, man, real thoughtful. But you ain't had a decision win in a long time, bro. You known for like being a great finisher. So I appreciate that. But that ain't how you moving though.
Right.
Follow for more.
Moving up to 168 pounds to face Canelo would be a significant leap for Crawford. He would need to adapt to the increased power and physicality of fighters at that weight, raising doubts about how his own power and endurance would fare against such a challenge.
This for all the nut huggers, the bud nut huggers, the bud butt buddies. You see that? You see that? We see that. You understand me? You see what that say? Jamel Charlo what is the WBA junior middleweight champion in recess? Jamel Charlo is the WBC junior middleweight champion in recess. Nah, man. Virgil Ortiz Jr. is the WBC intern junior middleweight champion. Nah, man. So make it make sense. People got to make it make sense. Charlo's still a big dog there. Yeah, that's my camera behind me. Charlo's still a big dog there. So a lot of people need to get their facts straight. Understand? Opinions don't matter. It's all facts. No opinions. Sport podcast. And I'm always going to bring you the real, never the fake. And I'm never late on the news. You hear me? Get at me, man. Dollar.
Crawford's versatility could be a crucial factor in the fight. His ability to switch stances and effectively use both hands makes him unpredictable. Coupled with his exceptional footwork and high ring IQ, Crawford has the skills to control the pace and create openings in the ring.
be great. That'll be 3 times. If he go 154 and win the belt, that's 3 times super. Then I said, chase super greatness. Come on, Canelo, 160.
Well, if he can get in there with Charlo in like his next 2 fights where he still got age on his side, then maybe go up again. Like if he's trying to chase the greatness, but I mean, he already done something that's never been done.
A fight between Canelo and Crawford would be a worldwide spectacle, drawing immense attention. With both fighters boasting large fan bases, the showdown would likely result in substantial pay-per-view sales. Promoters would need to finalize key details such as purse splits, venue, and broadcasting rights to make the event a reality.
You have to like Terrence's walk.
Oh, incredible.
It was fire.
Right, yeah, especially being to the fight. No one knew who really was going to win. And you can see the confidence. And I don't think real confidence you can fake.
Crawford has confidently argued that facing him would be a lucrative opportunity for Canelo. He highlighted his rising popularity and success, suggesting that their fight would draw global attention, attract sponsorships, and generate impressive pay-per-view numbers.
He wanted to fight you. Everybody wants to fight you.
Yeah.
Now, I saw at the end of the Crawford fight, the how they call him, the Excellency. Yeah, Turkey. His Excellency. The Sheik said that he would be willing to pay whatever you want to fight Crawford.
Fine.
Yeah.
If he's willing to pay whatever I want, comes down.
That'll work. So if yeah, you're in. So if the numbers were right with Crawford, you'll do it.
Why not? Why not? I think Crawford don't get me wrong. He's a great fighter. But for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight. For me, easy money. So if the money is right, I'm in. Because I don't like to fight guys like Crawford because he move a lot and the fight is not that great. I saw Crawford the last fight and he don't move that much now. So if the money is right, why not?
However, Canelo has expressed some reservations about facing Crawford. He mentioned concerns about the size difference and the possibility of not receiving full credit for defeating the smaller opponent. Canelo has made it clear that the fight would need to make sense both financially and from a competitive standpoint.
If I was an easy work, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want $200 million for Benavidez, and he want $150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy, because it would be crazy for a guy that started at 135 to come all the way up to 168, your weight, no catch weight, no none of that, and dethrone you. So, he got that in the back of his head. This guy, for one, he's tough.
However, Canelo has previously expressed reservations about fighting Crawford, citing concerns about the weight disparity and the potential lack.
Muj lagged a high-kick fight, bahut high interest in Hoagie. Canelo Posbo its yada power or experience high, leaking Crawford key skills or adaptability Biesco challenging Banasak T-Hain, Igor Crawford apnea speed or ring IQ Kasahi Istimal, care, Toho Sakta Haikwo Canelo Kokut's tough moments D-sake, leaking size or strength Kafark be Bahut Bada Ho Sakta High, Joe Canelo Ko EK Bada advantage Dega Opko Kiski Jeet Yada likely lagni high.
I think Bud could beat Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would beat Canelo.
Bud Crawford, just won his debut at 154. Said if the money's right, we'll fight. Everybody wants that fight. What do you feel about that matchup? People saying the weight, all this stuff. How do you feel about that?
Everybody wants to fight me. Everybody calling me out and everything. And like I say, I have nothing to win with Crawford. 2-3 weights class less than me. But if the money is right, why not? Right? Why not? But look, I'm focused 100% on Berlanga. I know I have a challenge in front. I never overlook any fighter. So I'm focused 100% in this, and then we'll see.
Crawford recently moved up to 154 pounds and claimed the WBO interim super welterweight title. However, He appeared to lack the same knockout power that he displayed when competing at 147 pounds.